Hello everyone. So you join me on this beautiful evening down at La Hesque for an in-depth review and test drive of the all-new 2016 Kia Sportage. And special thanks to Heron Auto, Opel and Kia for allowing me to review and test drive the all-new 2016 Sportage. For all contact information regards the dealership, please see the description box below. So in today's review, as I said, we're going to be taking a detailed look at the car and taking it on test drive. But I think we're going to start the review off now, first of all, with looking around the interior and exterior. So, nicely designed slim key fob like an all-new Kia's. Going to unlock the car, leave it running, and we'll take a look around it. So this particular Sportage I have is a mid-range EX with a 1.7 litre diesel engine. Now this one is a demo car, it's got about 3,000 kilometers on it. It's finished here in Canyon Silver, which is a very nice colour. So I should explain a few things. First off, I've had this car for over an hour today. So today is Saturday, and like most businesses on Saturdays they close early. Heron Auto closes quite early itself. So I was out doing some work for them today, and the boss told me that I could review Sportage. So what we arranged to do is I gave him my car to go back to his house after work, and he's given me the Sportage that I could have it for about 2 hours so I could do a proper in-depth review on it, because I've been meaning to review this car since I think January or February. And although I did get it a few times, I had to go back with it because there's been just such a huge demand for the new Sportage that they were running out of demo models. So I've got this one for the evening. The dealership is now closed, so I don't have to worry about anyone ringing to look to get the car back. So talking around the exterior, obviously the one thing that you're going to notice is it has changed quite a lot in styling. Now a lot of people I'm not really so sure about the styling of the front of it. Now I'll admit, when I first seen the new Sportage I was a bit kind of confused myself. I didn't really know what I thought of it. Now a lot of people think it actually looks a bit like a Porsche Cayenne or a Porsche Macan. There's definitely a lot of Porsche styling in that front end, especially with the position of the headlights. Now I'll admit, like most people, I do think the previous Sportage was better looking, but I think in time you will get used to the styling of this. The rear and the side views of this car look really nice, but the front, it's probably not up to everyone's standards. But you know, it's not that bad looking. They have been a massive seller. There's been Sportages all over the place, like crossover SUVs in general. They're just such high sellers. So this car has automatic bi xenon projector headlamps, and as you can see off to the left here, these are your standard LED running daylights. I should mention, when you put on your indicator, the LED headlight will turn off. And then of course you got your fog lamps below. And just below them there's a nice little bit of chrome trim. Looks like there's been a lot of design done to this whole fog lamp housing. Nice fins there. And of course the signature Kia Tiger Nose front grille. And like always with the Tiger Nose grille, it's also implemented into the styling of the top of the windshield, as you can see. So this 1.7 litre diesel, as I said, is going to be the best selling of the range. It's going to be the most economical of the range. Road tax in this car is €200, so it's just cheap to run. Very handy tax, and you know, it gets excellent MPG, which I'll talk about later on in the video. It also has these 17-inch twin 5-spoke alloy wheels with ventilated front steel disc brakes, saw discs in the rear, independent McPherson strut front suspension with a multi-link setup in the rear as well. It's got tinted rear windows, chrome door handles, as well as chrome surround on the windows as well, and your standard roof rails finished in silver with a shark fin antenna. I really do like this colour on the Sportage. I think we had a very similar colour on the outgoing model, but it certainly stands out in this particular car. And as I said, it does look very nice from the rear. LED tail lights, and also you got this red strip just connecting the two tail lights. It also comes standard with parking sensors and a reversing camera, which you can just see sticking out there. So like the previous Sportage, space is something it has a lot of. The boot measures in at 503 litres, excellent in size. It's also got 60-40 split seats. Now I have the right seat folded down, and one thing I noticed is when it folds down it actually clicks into place, so it's not sitting there loose. And also you got your seat belts here for a child seat in the middle. I just got a few things back there myself. You also got this removable cargo cover. There's actually two slots you can plug it into. You've got this one here, and there's just another one behind it if you just want to extend it back a little bit. And also underneath the boot floor, it's got a space saver wheel up to 80 kilometers an hour. So let's check out the back seat itself. I'll just try and get this back into place. In order to do it, actually, you just pull this handle, the same one you pull to release it, and it just releases there. It folds back, and then it goes into a default setting, as you can see, which is not really ideal. So you just pull the handle again when you're sitting on it, and just ease it back into position. So room back here is excellent, as you can see. Tons of legroom, really very good. You also got these map pockets on the back of each front seat. It's also got excellent headroom. Very tall people could sit back here, no problem at all. It's got half leather seats, so you got a bit of leather up here and a very nice fabric design in the middle, as well as a full leather center armrest with 2 cup holders. And then coming in here to the center section, you got your rear ventilation. You also got a USB and a 12-volt power outlet. And the transmission tunnel bulges up only a very small bit, but in saying that, as you can see here, you can still fit in the center easily, although you may have to share legroom with the other passengers. But really not bad at all. Okay, so let's get into the front and we'll look at some of this car's features. So you got your 4 one-touch automatic windows with your remote locking, as well as power folding exterior mirrors, as well as a bottle holder. This car also is just sitting in temporary rubber floor mats, because as I said, it is a demo car. So you got a few buttons down here. You got your traction control, your lane departure warning assist, which I actually tested in the new Optima. You can also adjust the lighting, how bright you want it, for example, and then of course the standard headlight level. Okay, so let's start off with the center. You got this very nice big touchscreen.
Betrayal, political conflict. It's
excellent sound quality.
Sacrifice.
So I've used a couple of these before, and they are very, very good and easy to use, very responsive. It also has a Wi-Fi hotspot in it. That's another handy feature. So you can go to your stations by just pressing the arrow. This will actually manually scan them. I just go back there and hit list. I should get all my default settings, and then if we hit return and just go into radio, AM and FM frequencies, preset stations, and you can delete them there if you wish. Other things, we go into options, you can do manual scans of the radio and so on. And we've got a few more functions down here. So if I click media, that'll bring up my memory stick here, as you can see, and I just have it plugged in down there. It's very nice to use. You can adjust the volume from here, and you can also change songs using the button beside it. Very good sound quality. So if we go into map, I think is one thing we should take a look at. So just agree to this here. Now this is a very excellent display. You got your time on the top, and you got a few other options here. So if I want to navigate through the screen, I can just drag my finger across. Alright, and then you can save your destinations, and it gives you your latitude and longitude. So if I just back out of that, sorry, I'm still getting used to it, I'm still trying to remember how everything works. You also got your speed warning. It's located there, and it's also, as you can see, located on the very left of the trip computer screen. So if I press this, you can have your route information or a full screen like we have here. So let's click route info. It gives me a digital compass. Maneuver information, again, just the compass, and media information. So I can see my music selection as well as the map. So I think we're just going to full screen it. And if we click the bottom left, you can go through different things here, like check the traffic, your route guidance, destination. And I just click that arrow to go back. So if I click settings here, you can adjust everything here, from the navigation to the sound, the display, your Bluetooth, different system settings, and as I said, it does have Wi-Fi hotspot. You can also press that to turn off the screen. So let's just click one at random. We go into settings. You've got everything here from the language to the keyboard, your clock and units and different factory settings. For example, if I click units, you can choose between a readout of miles and kilometers per hour, Bluetooth settings, and I was just going to search for a phone and automatically pair, and you can adjust the ringtones and the passkeys and so on, even the name of the car's Bluetooth system. So as I said, there's a bunch of different buttons down here for doing everything. Track, what's that? Yep, that there is the same as the button on the steering wheel. I'll just go through the stations for you. Sorry, if I just go back in there, turn that off. So as I said, it's an excellent system. It's an excellent system and very easy to use, very user friendly. It doesn't take long to get used to. And also you got your plug in here for the SD map. Just clips into place. And then there's the top of the dashboard. It's full leather, very nice finish, feels very good, nice quality. Coming into the center console here, you got, as I said, the USB plug-in. You also got your auxiliary socket, as well as 12-volt outlets off to each side. Then you got a little bit of storage here with a rubber padding, so none of your items like your phone slide around. Down here you also got the engine start stop, which I have turned off, as well as the hill descent mode and your parking sensors. I think we're going to leave them on. As I said, it also has a 6-speed manual gearbox. You got 2 integrated cup holders, handbrake lever. And the one thing I noticed about the handbrake lever, I noticed this in most Kias, is if I just put my foot on the brake, I don't want to roll into the lake. In order to get a grasp on it, I think sometimes the center console can get in the way. So as you can see, it's just you know, it's not as easy to operate as that in other cars like mine, for example, where it's located in the center and you don't have anything in the way. But it's just a tiny complaint. I reckon you would get used to it soon enough. You also got this leather center armrest, which has a deep storage area, which is carpeted. And then up here you got your interior motion sensor, your interior lighting, a padded sunglasses container, which is lovely. You also got your sun visor. I have my external microphone just hooked in up there for the GoPro. Illuminated. And then we get over to the steering wheel. It's a 3-spoke leather wrap with electric rack and pinion power assist. Very nice feedback. Good soft design from the leather. You also got nice thick 10 and 2 notches. And as usual, you got all your main controls for the radio over here and the Bluetooth and your cruise control. And you can use this button and this one to navigate through the trip computer. You got everything you could need in here. Different readouts for your trip information. Your navigation. When you have a sat nav set, I believe that displays up there. Your lane departure warning assist, something that's always handy to keep on, which I have done so now. And then on the next setting, yep, you can just power on and off the radio from here. Your service intervals and your standard user settings. And also, as you can see, the mileage is displayed on the bottom right, as well as the outside temperature meter reading. So we're just going to go back to the standard screen itself. And as I said, it does have automatic headlights. So guys, I think we're going to cut over to the GoPro now and get some driving footage. Okay, so setting off in a 2016 Kia Sportage. Now, I have driven this car a few times before, one of which I was actually trying to review it, but I got a call from the dealership saying they needed the car back because a customer wanted to test drive it. That's how popular these things are. Every time I tried to get reviewing one, I had to bring it back because a customer needed it. But I do have the car now for the evening, so hopefully I'll not get any more interruptions. Now, I can safely tell you, because I've driven it before, that this is a very, very nice car to drive. The last Sportage was excellent. It had a brilliant suspension, had a good 1.7 litre diesel engine. It was a very nice car in general. Now, the new one does feel very similar to the last car. I'm driving out here in the back roads first off this evening, and the ride quality is excellent. When I was coming out here to start this review, I went over some very bumpy patches on purpose, ones I don't normally take. And the suspension does feel I think it feels a little bit softer than the outgoing car, so it absorbs bumps very well, and it handles these corners like this one and going around very nicely as well. We got another tight right-hander which turns into a left-hander as well, a bit of an S-bend actually coming up, so we'll see how it copes there. And there's very good response from the steering, so that's the right bit and into the left. Yeah, no, it's a very good performing car. The suspension and the steering in this car are so well set up. So another tight bend coming up here that I normally take. And once again, up over a bridge. Yeah, the handling in this car is very good. And then in second gear, full throttle for the big steep hill. And the car performs very well. It's got good torque as well, that's the one thing I'll say. We're coming up to a crossroad here where we're going to head back into Donegal town, and we'll talk about the performance when I get to the bypass. Okay, so let's head out the road here and see what the power is like. Well, it's pretty good. There's good acceleration. It doesn't take long to get to 60 miles per hour. So the engine, as I said, is a 1.7 litre turbo diesel. It produces 113 brake horsepower with a top speed of 110 miles per hour. It also puts out 206 foot-pounds of torque, and it has been estimated this car gets about 53.4 miles to the gallon. That's what I've read from car reviews on the internet. And of course you can have this car with a 2 litre diesel engine with 4-wheel drive, as well as the automatic gearbox. Now I've driven an automatic Kia Optima, and I'd imagine it's the exact same automatic transmission that you can get in the Sportage. Now if it is, I can tell you first off, from driving that Optima, the automatic gearbox is very good and the paddle shifters are very nice to use as well. But the 6-speed manual I have in this is very nice as well. The gear changes are pretty good in it. So I'm just driving out from Barnesmore Gap here, sitting at 100 kilometers an hour, and it is such a nice, peaceful, relaxing car to drive. There's very little ambient noise from the outside getting in. It's just smooth, relaxing, quiet. It's a lovely car really to drive on an open road like this. It's really very good. Now, as I said, I have driven the previous Sportage, which I liked a lot, but I honestly think that this car just feels a little bit better. I actually think there's more sound deadening material as well, because I believe with the last Sportage there was a little bit more noise from the outside getting in than in this car. So overall, things are looking pretty good. And other things, you got a very good ride height. Overall visibility in this car is excellent as well. I mean, you got good size mirrors here. It also has a very large rear window, and I can see clearly out of that window through this interior mirror, even with the headrests, you know, fixed in place as they are. And you also got things like reversing camera parking sensors, which are standard on this EX model. Now, as I said, this here is set to probably be the best selling of the range. You know, it was with the previous Sportage. The reason why is because it's at a good price, which I'll list in the description box below, and also because you just get so much equipment as standard. You know, it's hard to justify really going up to the top spec GSC unless you really just want to get the best possible Sportage. Now, speaking of trim levels, it starts off with a base model LX, and then you got the mid-range EX here and the high spec GSC. So guys, I'm just going to finish up the review now. Overall, the new Sportage I think is an excellent car. It's got a lovely interior, it's got great equipment. It has an excellent 1.7 litre turbo diesel engine with, as I said, only €200 road tax. So this is going to be a very easy car to run, and it's going to be easy enough on insurance as well. So I'm just going to pull in here, get ready to pack away my filming equipment and drop the car back. As usual, all contact information regards to the dealership and all the specifications, what have you, on this car will be listed in the description box below. So guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Take care.